Hi, this is Gracie and welcome back again to my YouTube channel where we discuss tips about savings, budgets, investments, and basically be on our debt-free journey. Today, I'm going to discuss about the 7 steps to savings. So please stick around until the end of this video. Let's go! Now, for those of you who know me or have watched my previous videos, you can watch it here. You would probably think, who is she to talk about savings when she's gotten herself into debts? You're right. If I've known about this years ago, I would have been financially free. And I would have been part of the FIRE movement or the Financial Independence Retire Early. But I'm not. But I've learned and I'm still learning. Now, these are the ways that has helped me along the way. Now, I've read the scripture, Proverbs 15:22, and it reads, "Plans fail when there is no consultation, but there is accomplishment through many advisors." I am not a licensed financial advisor, but I've done my research, and you can do yours. Now, the first step is change your mindset. Now, what does this mean? Now, changing your mindset just means that, let's say, part of your financial goal is to save, but you continue to do what you've been doing before, which is continue to spend more than what you earn or spend it on unnecessary things. Perhaps even taking out loans to pay for birthdays or holidays. It's still the same cycle, which means that you still won't get to save. This boils down to your emotion, the consumer mindset. You know how it is when you watch your friends, your relatives, your colleagues, or even in commercials, wherein you see people with new gadgets, appliances, cars, bling blings, and you think that you have to buy it too. Or even when you have been promoted and you think that you have to keep up with the Jonases, or you also have to increase your spending. That's wrong. You have to change your mindset if you want to be financially free. Second is to track your expenses. Now, before we get to the third step, of course, we have to do this because for a person that's not really familiar with savings, then you have to know where your money goes. And that means that you have to track your expenses. Now, you can do it in different ways. You can write it on your notebook. You can type it on spreadsheets, or you can download an expense tracker application. This is the one that I use. So you can start with just 1 month. My suggestion is to track at least 3 months of your expenses, but 1 month will do. Now, you would then see after a month where your money goes. It's an eye-opener. Be it for food, transportation, housing, fashion, entertainment, or like me, for balls. Now, the third step. People hate this word, budget. Yes, once you track your expenses, then you would know how to budget for the month. Now, I can share the link here or the card. Like I said, I know we all hate doing this, but it's necessary. Basically, it's a cash inflow and cash outflow. And then your savings. How much your income is, or money coming in, and how much you're spending, or money going out, and how much you're keeping or saving. Now, there is a 50-30-20 rule. 50% of your pay is for your expenses, 30% of your pay is for your wants, and 20% goes to your savings. Now, I know that 20%, especially for those who are not used to saving, is quite a lot. Like 20% of, let's say, your monthly income is 15,000. Now, 20% of that is 3,000. That might seem a lot, again, especially for those who are new to it. So, if you can't do the 50-30-20, then you can do the 50-40-10 until you get used to it, and then gradually increase the percentage of your savings. Now that's for the third step. The fourth step is to pay yourself first. Now I know in the third step we discuss about the 50-30-20 rule, but you can switch this around. Paying yourself first. How is that done? So the moment that you get your pay, you would then set aside 20% of your pay, or 1,400 pesos. So that's paying yourself first before paying your expenses and then your wants. Although there's nothing wrong in making sure that you pay all of your bills, but then making sure that you pay yourself first is the best way to do it. Now the fifth step, and this is for those who really finds it difficult to save. What's the solution? Automate your savings. Yes. So in another bank account, you can use either ING or CIMB or GSave with GCash or any other online banks, or you can even do the traditional banks. But my suggestion is to do the online banks because of the higher yield for the interest rate. So when you automatically set an amount from your pay to go towards your savings, then what you will see on your pay account or your pay ATM would just be what you will spend for your overhead expenses or your bills, and then your variable expenses. You can do different types of savings. You can put half of it for your emergency fund and the other half would go to your sinking funds. It's entirely up to you how you go about it. We are going to discuss emergency funds in my next video. The sixth step is pay your debts. Yes, I should know. I got myself into over 600,000 pesos in consumer debts. Yes, we have chipped away at it, especially in December. And you can check it here. In Dave Ramsey's 7 Steps to Financial Freedom, his first step is making sure that you set aside 1 month emergency fund, 1 month living expenses for your emergency fund, and the second is to pay your debt. Even before you continue increasing your emergency fund to about 3 to 6 months or even to a year, and then invest. Because you just really want to get it off of your back and off of your mind, because it is an opportunity loss. The money that's supposed to be going towards savings or investments will be towards paying for your debt, but you have no choice. You have to pay the people that you owe money to. I should know. And the last step is to increase your income through side hustles, overtimes, or even have passive incomes. You know how it is wherein your pay stays the same, but then your cost of living seems to increase? Well, that's due to inflation rate. And for 2020, we were at 2.44%. Although there was a slight dip from the year prior to that, 2019, it was 2.48% according to the National Economic Development Authority. But it's still high. So however hard you work, you're still earning the same, but the cost of living increases, then it'll be difficult for you to save. So the solution is side hustles. I have colleagues who barter plants or sell plants or sell photos that they've taken, or they bake, or they sell fish, or they have sari-sari store. Napos lang mga baligyan na itlog, balut. So really increase your income, and that will surely increase your savings and help you in your goal to be financially free. Thank you so much. That's it for today.